Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host, Chantele Francis, here with my lovely co-host. We have Jonathan. How are you today, Jonathan?
I'm excellent. I am freshly watched from The Masked Singer, and I am here with some. Actually, I know who one person is, but that's about it.
I know who one person is as well.
And I have the clues to back it up, so
I'm good. I do as well. Well, if it's your first time on Reality Realness, well then welcome. Do us all a favor, including yourself, and subscribe right down over there. We are on our mission to 1,000 subscribers, and we're almost at the halfway point, so we can't do it without you. And when you do join us live, please comment in the chat, ask us questions. We love communicating with you guys. So we're talking today about the mask season. I can't talk, can I?
It is a mask season, though. It's a mask season.
Episode 7 of season 4. It is the Group A finals, and they're going to be singing to the Super 6. So, what were your thoughts about this episode?
My overall thoughts about this episode? Well,
Yeah.
I love Niecy Nash.
Yes.
Love Niecy Nash. And she delivered. So, I mean, a lot of fun. Her and Ken together, too, like that banter. I mean, so funny. So I was definitely looking forward to it as soon as I found out that she was the guest judge. And I like the group song that they had at the beginning as well. So, and I'm dying to have one of these people unmasked because I think I'm going to be surprised. And I still don't know who it is because we don't know who was unmasked. We don't know who the person is.
I don't know who's been unmasked. We'll probably get to who we think might be unmasked, but I actually don't. I have my idea, but I don't know if it's going to be correct or not. So you mentioned that we started off with a group song. What did they sing? Can I not even read my handwriting today?
Raise your glass.
Oh, raise your glass.
Yeah.
I felt as though the judges were a little more excited than the vibe of the song really was. Like, they was like, yeah, raise your glass. And I was like, okay, like we're not there. It's a good song. It's not that hype.
I'm still loving the cut twos, the audience who are celebrating a lot, the non-existent audience who are like, I'm like, they can fake this whole show.
Is it an old audience, or do you think that they have like what are
both,
they? Yeah,
both. Because that the one time I saw like a stadium shot, and then I was like, you're not in the stadium. But I definitely think it's the old audience too, and I think it says at the end in this little scroll there. But can I just say what I noticed in that opening thing?
Oh, you noticed? I didn't notice anything. I was just
no. It's not. It's just the quality of voice, sound of voice. I wrote popcorn sounds like Macy Gray. It's not Macy Gray, but I just that kind of raspy, that kind of element to her voice. I was like, oh, that's very interesting. I also don't think I know who Popcorn is. Like, even when the mask comes off.
Everything down on it being like Gloria Gaynor. Wasn't it her?
No, now I think it's like, who did I think Popcorn was? I don't know who.
She's definitely black and she's definitely older.
Yeah.
It was like Tina Turner in the beginning.
What did I say it was? No, I think it's someone who they think it is, but I don't know where my old notes are.
Well, what's going on too with this episode? So basically, there are 3 singers in Group A. Whoever gets the most votes this episode is going to be going straight to the finals or the finals. I don't know. And the other 2 will be doing a face-off or like a battle royale, battle clash. Are they going to be singing? Kind of like how they did in past seasons?
I think so. Well, hold on. No, because there's the top 6, right? And then there's 4 in the next group. There's 2, yeah. So I don't know how they're doing it. I only got to the point where they were eliminating someone, I think, or they were coming up with the bottom 2. I don't know.
I only went to the point where they're going to reveal who got the most votes. So whoever got the most votes is going straight to whatever the final 6, the Super 6, and then the other 2 are going to battle it out, and whoever wins that battle, I'm assuming, will join whoever got the top votes this episode.
Yeah.
And so then there'll be a final, the Super 6 as they're calling it. Yeah. So I mean, I'm interested in what's going on here because they're all pretty good singers, and so I will be excited to see anybody at Unmasked today. I feel like they will all be people that we know, which is fun.
I don't think so, and that's the only disappointing element. I'm worried that I actually don't know who the Snow Owls are as people, or like maybe I've heard of them, but I'm like, I would never guess who you are because I think they're country and I don't know anybody. And I also don't know that I know who Popcorn is, especially after today's clues. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go into Popcorn. Oh, actually, one thing I wanted to mention about the judges is I guess they must tape all of Group A stuff at once because they're wearing the same outfit. So Nicole is wearing that white outfit with like the interesting top, and like is wearing the blue sequin stuff. It seems like they're wearing the same clothes.
That's funny that you noticed that because I did think if that was the case, I was like, oh, they're not making these people come back because if they haven't joined the others yet, then they're probably just doing it all in one day. It's like they do it with like, America's Got Talent and American Idol even before, like they would kind of intercut certain days happening, like they'd be like day one in Chicago, but they're not really. They're like, it's multiple days and they just film, because they're in different outfits. Or America's Got Talent does it more where like Heidi Klum will be in like a white dress one week, and then week 2 she's in a different dress, and then week 3 she's back in that white dress, and you're like, that's the same episode as same day as the first one.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe they did all of Group A's songs like on one day or something. Like maybe like they space it out, like they're doing ABC, whatever. But maybe they did like narrowed all of its like Group A's down content to where we are right now, and then all Group B, because I think they're wearing different outfits for A, B, and C.
Well, I mean, just think financially, even, right? So if you all these people get a fee, of an appearance fee, and so if
you still get per episode though.
You would, but at the same time, you would make that as part of the deal. So you'd be like, and it's more appealing. Like when I did Match Game.
You did Match Game?
Yes.
Anna did it too. Were you on the same episode as her?
I did a whole season of Canada's Match Game.
Yeah, you did today. But I guess you guys didn't do.
So when we were doing Match Game,
it was the whole day.
You would do 5 episodes a day. So I mean that's what makes it more appealing to people. And then you could also then make it more like a lump sum. You're like, look, it's one day, so you can get them kind of cheaper for that because of that.
Who's our host for Match Game?
Darren Rose.
Come again?
Darren Rose? Comedian, funny guy. He was good. I thought he was really good. I mean, and I actually liked working on that. That was back in like 2012, 13, something. But we had like, I have some stories. I have Rosie O'Donnell stories. I have stories. But because we always had to have a marquee name. And then like locals and like comedians and stuff like that, but like one marquee. But anyway, that's a different.
Maybe we could do a binge watch of all your episodes of the Match Game and have a little talk back about it.
I don't know if we want to do that. But
extra content. I mean, I love the Match Game. I think it's a really fun show. Obviously, RuPaul's Drag Race loves it too because that's kind of where the idea of Snatch Game and Snatch Game of Love was inceptioned. So yeah, I mean, I used to watch the Game Show Network all day long. So I am that kid.
Yeah, behind the scenes stories are always the best, and I feel like a bunch of people need to get together and just talk about things that happen on set. They'll all get sued, but I mean, still, it's fine. It's just
like and we're just like gonna like tear up our NDAs, like no.
Exactly.
Okay, we got popcorn. We got the sun. The sun was first. Sorry.
Oh, Ryland's decided he wants to join us.
Well, I mean, he loves The Masked Singer. Like, I feel like it's his favorite show.
It is. He always joins us. The sun. I didn't write down what the song's saying, and I knew that, and then I didn't even go back to write it down because I was like,
he sang "Piece of My Heart" by Janis Joplin.
Oh, it's another little piece of my heart. Now that one, baby. Nah, take another little. We should sing every song.
One of the clues is that she's performing again, and she feels great that she's been on the stage again. And even she was alluding to since COVID, but it seemed like also maybe for a long time she hasn't been on a stage. I definitely think I know who this person is, especially with the clues that our friend Adrian was messaging with us on Twitter. I'm heavily agreeing with her with who this is. So some of the clips I saw, there's a trailer scene outside. There were some cows on a table. There was a man sitting with a big car reflector on, like, covering his face. There was angels on a string. They said wind chimes, but I don't. Was it a wind chime? I don't know. And she said the last few months have been challenging, but they've been taking their RV on a road trip. So within that road trip, they've been to Baltimore, apparently. I don't know if the lobster is a mascot of Baltimore, but there was a lobster there. They talk about Alaska in the package, and greetings from Mexico. So the sun is something about everybody's the sun energizes people or something like that. I can't remember I can't read what I wrote.
Okay, so I can fit a lot of these clues into really like one connection that they have.
Okay.
But I have some more clues too. But what's that?
Take me into your world. Let me paint this.
Sure. Picture. I'll paint this picture for you. Okay. I mean, maybe we go through all of them. So there's two shrubs on either side. There was a clue from the robot that said at least one single that went gold. So you know this is a recording artist. Although there's also a water bottle and like a Hot Wheels type of a car or something. I don't know my cars on the bottom. And then everything else that you said. But the biggest clue for me, and then I went digging because I had a little bit of time to do digging, was the picture of the Aurora Borealis, otherwise known as Northern Lights, which is the project that the sun and her beau met on, and they filmed together. They both stars of it. And I'm not even done yet. Within this, he goes from, in this Northern Lights, he goes from Baltimore to Alaska in it. And this real life couple got married and had their honeymoon in Mexico. So those are your three places.
Okay.
So it is 100% LeAnn Rimes.
I 100% agree with you. Just so you can see the truth here. I don't know if it's backwards or not, but you can see that.
Yep.
LeAnn Rimes is who I thought it was. Some of the other clues that Adrian was piecing together was she sent a clip, I don't know if you watched it, of LeAnn Rimes singing in an RV their song. And I didn't know if they were doing a tour or why they were on this RV or whatnot, but
doing a little Airstream.
Definitely made me think like, oh, maybe they're traveling around and they just happen to be recording something and they put something on tape for like a behind the scenes moment of this road trip. So I definitely, with the RV, and I saw her, I've never seen her before in an RV. I was like, okay, it's interesting that I'm seeing her in an RV.
And then the clues next week are RV, the Airstream,
And I don't remember the show Northern Lights. What's
it was like a movie or whatever they did. And it's allegedly when there was some infidelity going on. This is where they met and cheated on spouse.
And I do also find that her mannerisms, how she kind of moves, is very LeAnn Rimesy.
But like just the sound of her voice.
I can't picture anybody else singing these songs right now, and just her body language, to me, it screams LeAnn Rimes. And I just needed to hear her again after having that, those clues, being like, let me hear that person sing, the sun sing again, and let me see if I can place the voice, and there's no way I can unsee it.
Yeah, I really wanted to like lock in a solid clue, and then when I saw that picture, I was like, there's something there. And then I was like, and then I looked up all the synonyms for Aurora Borealis. And I was like, wait, Northern Lights. I was like, wait a minute. And somewhere in the recess of my brain, I was like, isn't that a project that they did together? And it was. And then
So
I
that guy,
Googled it and I looked up all the locations and stuff. So
the guy behind the reflector is Eddie Cibrian.
yeah.
Like that's who that's supposed to be. All right. I wonder why. What's the reflector mean though? Do you think
Just reflects the sun. I don't know.
hiding his face from paparazzi, the camera flash bulbs?
It's like, I don't know. It's probably some sort of compliment to her, I guess.
So yeah, I'm sure it does. He definitely-
Can I just say that I really loved the special effects of the centaurs on stage? They're doing this like thing where everyone had like a special effect, and they had like on the edges of two of the like catwalks, they had these centaurs, and I was like, what's going on? But I kind of liked it.
I didn't notice it, but I would like it if I would have.
Oh yeah, the two big centaurs on the stage.
So think about we've that one's done. Do you think that she's going to be unmasked tonight? No.
Because I feel like they spent so much time on her, I don't think that she is. So I think she's safe. But I was like, yeah. So Ken, and just to go through the guesses, even though we know who it is, Ken guessed Catherine McPhee, Nisi guessed Jewel, and Jenny guessed Demi Lovato. But no, I think she's in it to stay. She has a great, one of the better singers, but also I think they're really trying to get you to play along by giving so much information and clues to it. So I think it's she's in it. She's gonna be top 6.
Yeah, I think she's going to be the vote getter for this round. So
I agree.
I don't think she's going to have to sing again. I think it will be Snow Owls versus Popcorn. So next up, Snow Owls. I didn't really write down that many clues about them, but two opposite that really complement each other, apparently. She feels as though she's always been in his shadow. There was a rocking horse, a spaceship. There was the Parthenon.
Okay, can I have a question? What is the... So I actually looked it up because I don't know what a Parthenon is or a pantheon, but I was like, it looks more like a
Parthenon. Is it? Which one is it?
Well, they were saying Parthenon, but I was like, I looked it up and I'm like, that looks more like a pantheon.
Okay, what's the difference between the two? Because you just saw me right now not know which one is correct.
Well, I didn't know either of them because apparently I don't know my Greek history, but okay. I asked Google and Google showed me pictures and it looked more like a pantheon than it did.
Can you ask Google what is the difference between a Parthenon and a...
Yeah, I can. Hey, Google, what is the difference between a pantheon and a Parthenon?
On the website science.howstuffworks.com, they say, while both were built to honor gods, the Parthenon was built to honor Athena and the Pantheon was built to honor all of the Greek gods.
Parthenon to honor Athena and the Pantheon was to honor all the rest of the gods. So they were both built to honor different.
Cool. I mean,
but
this is an educational show.
There you go. Who knew?
There you go.
Everyone's like, we all knew. No, no one knew. You didn't know. No one knew. Don't act like you know. Don't say to your family.
Nobody knew there was a difference.
You didn't know.
You just thought one or the other.
You're the same people who want, when you're watching Jeopardy, you say it at the same time as them because you don't know what it is. I'm on to you. I'm on to you. I'm the sleuth. I'm on to you. You didn't know what it was. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I want to bring up because I didn't know, but like looking at pictures, it looked more like one, not the other. But apparently there was some reference to that being in. There's like a version of that in Dallas or something like that. There's one built. I don't know.
I would assume would then be the Pantheon, which would be the one for all the gods, correct?
Google went away. I can't remember which.
She's like, come on, like you should know this by now. Google's
I don't know which one's which.
You know, watching you do that, I felt like we were in Minority Reports, like the movie. You know, like I was supposed to be like super like
move it around,
right?
Remember that in Minority Report, they're like, yeah.
That's what I felt like because you turn your head, and you're just like Google. And I was like, who's Google? Is there Google's there? It like answers you. It's kind of weird.
Comes into the picture. Hello, Jonathan.
It's like a weird like like AI doll or AI robot.
I would if I could.
So I thought it was Coca-Cola, but they said it was maybe a Rob Roy or a Rob Roy. That's not actually a Rob Roy because Rob
No,
Roy.
did they say Roy Rogers?
I think they said both, or maybe I'm making it up.
I thought it was a Roy Rogers or Shirley Temple.
Okay, good, because Rob Roy is actually Scotch and Drambuie, which would not look like that. So
Yeah. I don't drink at all, so I had to look up and I know Roy Rogers doesn't have any alcohol in it because I looked it up, but I didn't even know what that was because I don't have anything. So
what's in a Roy Rogers?
I did look this up and I forget. I don't know. It was like I think it has a maraschino cherry on top, I believe, and that I don't know. That didn't look like it was maraschino cherry. It looked like 2 blueberries or something like that. But
no, it was a cherry. I thought it was a cherry.
It was very dark. Oops, I just kicked my thing here.
Cherry.
Hey Google, what makes up a Roy Rogers?
According to Wikipedia, a Roy Rogers is a non-alcoholic
made with cola and grenadine syrup, garnished with maraschino cherry.
That's a Roy Rogers for sure.
That's it.
It's not a Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple are lighter in color because Shirley Temple.
Yeah, I've had a Shirley Temple before.
Juice, like either 7-Up or ginger ale and cherry juice or whatever, but it's not that color. I just put Coca-Cola. So I am
if it's Roy Rogers, I'm like, oh, maybe they know, like maybe like they know a Rogers or a Roy, like that name's connected to them somehow. But I don't think I know who these people are. I don't know. Their branchy friend had country twang. The special effects for this one were giant trees on the stage, which apparently Chantele doesn't notice the special effects.
I'm just writing things down and listen. I just listen to the vocals. I'm usually doing errands or running around or whatever, like listening.
And the robot clue that fell down, which I thought was really funny. I like little moments like that, and that's what makes the Masked Singer so great. Is that they have those like. They're not behind the scenes moments, but like they're almost like you would think that they'd be edited out. They're not overly polished, and they have stupid little silly, which may have been set up moments, but they're funny. Where Nick Cannon had to go grab the robot and pick it up and move it along the stage.
I have such a crush on Nick Cannon. He's just so goofy. Like
I was thinking about that when I was watching it. I was like, Chantele wishes she was the robot right now.
I do.
You'd be like, yes, Nick, pick me up. Yes. Yeah. Bring me over to the center stage.
Ooh.
Show me my spotlight. And the robot clue was that they're basically kissing so that they are confirmed a couple. They're not like brother and sister.
Yes, they do sing the 2 snow owls sitting in a tree. Kissing. And then they kiss. Scandalous. I feel like I know who it is, though. I know you say you don't, but I feel like I do. There's something about, even in their owly mannerisms, it feels recognizable. More so the woman than the man, I think. But there's something about them I feel like I know.
Well, they sang "The Prayer" by Celine Dion and
they're good.
Bocelli.
That was
so good. A good choice too. I was like, oh, that's good. And
so the guests were Robin Guest, Amy Grant, and Vince Gill. I don't know who that is. I know who Amy Grant is.
I've heard the names, but I'm like, oh, it probably is them because he keeps guessing it, and I don't know who they are. I've heard the names. I don't listen to country. I don't enjoy it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, I wish like
country Carrie Underwood
fans were like as hardcore as some of the other stands on the internet, because no one's coming for you for like knocking country music, but like people should,
Maybe they will. And then I don't know them, but heard of them obviously. Ken said Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman. Oh my God, I would love it. I'm sad that they're not together anymore.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, for years and years and years, and then no. That makes me sad. And then Niecy, and I don't like how this was phrased, I will have to say.
Ooh.
Because it was phrased as Brad Paisley and wife Kimberly. No like full name, and like Brad Paisley and his wife.
Famous because of him?
Well, it's like she said that she's on a show. I don't know who either of them are, So I've heard of Brad Paisley. I know he's a country music artist. I don't know who his wife Kimberly is because I didn't even get a last name. I don't know if she goes by that name or
I
not.
think
But
you go by the last name. Actually,
um,
I don't want to look it up because I don't want to be spoiled yet. So I don't look that up.
but I was like, you know what? I feel like these are all fed to them. So I was like, you need to give full names
Yeah.
because not to skip ahead, but Nisi, you said someone I've never heard of in my life for the popcorn, and I was like, who is that? I don't even know who the name is, and I'm like, and you gave their full name, so I'm like, you can give Brad Paisley's wife's full name as well.
To defend Nisi, I would assume then it's because Kimberly is only famous because of Brad, and
but she was
has
on a she was on a show. She was on a show. She said
but maybe she got the show because she was Brad Paisley's wife.
maybe she still has a name. Could have been said
Kimberly.
anyway. I don't know who these people are. None of the clues mean absolutely anything to me. Spaceship Rocket, I was like, maybe they live by wherever the heck NASA is. And I don't even know. Is that Texas? I don't know.
I don't know.
And yeah, I'm sure the Roy Rogers has something to do with it. It was very little clues, like
Yeah, I'm stunned.
very little. That's why I think that although I would think that the Snow Owls are definitely like a get for people to like want to vote for because it's cute, because there's two of them, it's unique. I'm like, maybe they're the ones who go home, and that's why they're not giving you any clues. But then we got to Popcorn, and I didn't get a lot of clues off of Popcorn either. So
Agreed. So I actually really like, you already mentioned it, the banter between Nisi and Ken. Like, I laughed out
so
loud
funny.
many times this episode. Like, Ken and whatever his little opening monologue, whatever, was like funny. I laughed. And then she came out with some, I hope I wrote them down or if I can read my writing, but she had a couple of one-liners that like, it's like, she's so funny.
Yeah, even just when she was like, "How I'm sorry that they're gonna do you like that, Ken," or whatever. Like when they were like warning her about Ken at the beginning, I was like, it was very funny. It was very, very funny.
Like that's a stretch. Like that's stretching longer than some bubble gum on the bottom of a shoe.
Yeah, it was just, yeah. I mean, I wish I was that funny, right? It's just, and it's the way she says it and everything. I'm like, funny people.
Oh, and what I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think she just got married to a woman, which I didn't know.
I think she and her husband or a man. Am I making this up? Or am I going along with like
What?
with what you're saying? Because I'm like, is that true? Was she married to a woman?
No, she is now. She just got married to a woman this summer.
Okay, because that sounds vaguely familiar, and I'm like, yeah, but she was with a guy, wasn't she? With a husband for a
I
while.
think so.
Great. I mean,
the pictures are beautiful. She looks very happy. I was just like, I like when I find out that people are a little bit more open and explorative, and like, I just find it more fascinating, interesting. Not that everybody has to, be bisexual or whatnot. I just find it interesting when people are open-minded,
Yes, I agree.
I like it. So it makes me happy that, she just has a broader perspective of where she can find love. I like that. As much as I like Popcorn. Popcorn had less clues than the Snow Owl, or I just wrote less down. But all I wrote down was Popcorn really likes Nick. She's her queen BFF. So I'm wondering if it had to do with like Beyonce, Queen B. They showed one of those Russian dolls as a friend of theirs, kind of talking about Popcorn. They showed a stuffed deer. And apparently the Russian doll friend has been on the show before. Now, they didn't say that she was a singer on the show, so that kind of alludes to what the judges were talking about.
Yeah.
But, and she also apparently throws famous karaoke parties. And literally, that is all I wrote down.
Yeah. So that Queen reference, because, so anyway, Jenny thinks it's Taylor Dayne. They keep saying Taylor Dayne. I don't know who Taylor Dayne is. However, I think it's probably Taylor Dayne. And they said Taylor Dayne's one of her good friend is Leah Remini. I'm a Leah Remini stan over here. So
Scientology, like expose, give it to me, going clear.
But like, you know, Leah Remini's other good friend is J-Lo. But anyway, so Russian Doll, you said Queen, King of Queens, Leah Remini was on, so maybe it's a reference to that. There was a bowl of something with bunny ears on it, and there was one quick shot of it. It looked like either rice, but then a soup consistency. I don't eat enough interesting foods because I have a strict diet, so I don't know what the heck that was. I'm sure I've never eaten
chicken nuggets, sweet and sour sauce.
I do eat chicken nuggets and sweet and sour sauce, but beyond that, it's basic food. I'm not supposed to eat deep fried. Anyway, you don't need to hear about my digestive issues. Anyway, but it was like rice with like soup, miso. I don't know what the heck it was. I don't know what I'm talking about. But, and there was a sewing kit and rocks and the bunny ears. I mean, I don't know Taylor Dayne. I don't know who this person is, apparently. And they sang Domino by Jessie J. I think Has Been on the Show is, you know, again, another good clue. And I think it's definitely on the judging panel. And there's only been a handful, especially, you know, when you narrow it down with it's a woman. And so, you know, there's been, I could think of like, you know, only a small handful of women who've been guest judges. And Leah Remini does stick out. So Ken thinks it's Anita Baker. Nisi thinks it's
She
Cyndi
does have
Lauper.
Anita Baker tone. Anita Baker does have that kind of hey, like that kind of like airy, raspy, adult tone.
Yeah, I have no idea. And then, do you know who Taylor Dayne is?
Only because remember the Moscow reference that
Yeah, we had to like look it up or something, but I still don't know who she is.
The song I recognize the song and I could see it being that person. I don't remember what she sounds like now or what that song was that was referenced.
I looked up a video of her performing and it sounds like her.
Should we look again?
But she doesn't have like that like New Yorker kind of voice like this that I think and easily could be put on. Nisi thought it was oh god, I wrote this down. Anika.
Oh, Anika, I don't know.
Noni Rose or something. I was like, I don't know who this is. And I looked it up and I'm like, I still don't know who this is.
She played the Princess and the Frog, I believe.
Yeah, the voice Tiana. She played the voice of Tiana. She's also been in things like other than just voice stuff. But I just don't know who that is. I looked her up, so I know what she looks like. I know what she's been in. But I'm like, I mean, you could ask me 2 hours from now. I still don't know who she is.
Okay, so what should we listen to of Taylor Dayne's?
Something recent.
There's nothing going to be anything recent. This is a 10
yeah, no, there is. I saw it online.
10 years old.
No, 2019. She's performing again, which is why I think it's good that she's probably on the show to like help revamp her career. There was a 2019 video that I watched her first.
Let me just go to her actual website. Oh, okay. We should listen to that.
I know the song too, guys. I know the song. I just don't know who Taylor.
Okay, so then let's do recent. So please, let's see if "Please" is a song of hers. Oh, I know this song. Okay.
What do I do? Can't escape the magic of you. No way, no. Just be more. Don't run away. You blow my heart in every way. One more time is all it takes. And make it all move away.
I mean, I think it's her. I'm gonna say I think it's her.
Yeah, right?
Well,
They
because
keep bringing her up. They've linked it together, and then you're like maybe it's her, and then they go way off of it. And I just feel like it's her, and I just don't know who she is, and so that makes sense.
yeah, I mean, when you look at her face, to me, it doesn't match the sound quality of her
It
voice.
doesn't. Yeah.
So I think that that's also kind of what's throwing me off a little bit. But when I just listened to that song, because it didn't have any like an actual video, it could be Popcorn. Yeah,
I think it is. I think
I
it
think
is.
Taylor Dane too now.
But I will never be able to piece things together unless I look up Taylor Dane. But I'm not good with that. I'm like, I need to know
You need to know who they
something
are.
about the person in order to like even care, really.
Well,
But
kind of like with Seal, I was like, oh, like I know, I remember he was adopted. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those things that I knew about him that like I was able to piece some of the clues together. Because I'm like, wait, no, I know that this happened to him, and like, and then I was able to verify. So I don't know her. I will find it interesting when people piece together the clues, but I was never going to be able to piece together them myself. You know, and I think that's what you're saying.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, where's the popcorn? Where's the popcorn from before?
But okay, so when they say though that the robot comes out with the clue and says that they have guessed Popcorn already. Now, do they mean this season or in general?
No, they said in the history of the show. So in the history, somewhere along the lines, like there's been a million guesses, someone said that someone was, i.e., Taylor Dane, and I'm like, that actually sounds right. That I feel like I have heard that, but
So who would you think that we don't know who Taylor Danes is? So like, who is the friend, the Queen Bee friend?
well, if she said it was because the Queen, I'm like, it could be Leah Remini.
Oh wait, and the Russian dolls though. Remember the girl said the moss cow. There's cows on that table for this one, right? Or was that the other clue?
There is
no, that was for
Leanne Rimes. No, but the Russian doll could be like a reference to Leah Remini because she could be like reinventing herself with her life and pulling apart a new Scientology into a new world, a new self, one that is.
No, I can't have that happen. But I could say though, maybe this person is also Russian, or because I think that the Adrian chat friend of ours, she was mentioning the Moscow thing because when she said she was born there in Moscow,
No, I thought she did something there. I thought it was just something happened there.
Maybe they performed together, these two people in Moscow for a certain tour or something.
I really want it to be a Leah Remini though. Let's make that work. Leah, just get Leah Remini back on the show.
Well, either
back. Yeah, because I Will Survive. They had a pride flag, the Rubik's Cube before. Venus should bring you closer to her. Yeah, see, I don't know any of these things because I don't know who. These are so interesting looking back on the old clues. Like the sun had like the magic 8-ball. What does that have to do with anything?
Well, maybe like the set that day they
played around with it. Yes,
that was part.
Does he really like me?
It was improvs, and he joked.
Yes, most likely. Like it's it's and a spider on an hourglass with red sand. Like what did that have to do with Leanne Rimes back in the day? Came from a fractured home. Congratulations. So did most of us. Yeah. These are it's a stretch for some of them. And then before it was like gold member, center of the universe, planets, deep depression, sprung into existence, fall into depression, frozen winter, spring back to life. Like what do all those things have to do with Leanne Rimes? And then it had the Mickey Mouse image, the silhouette for Leanne Rimes, right? Is she a Mickey Mouse-keteer thing?
She might have been. Or she might have auditioned and not gotten in or something like that. Like I could see that maybe that was part of her story back when we were like 15. You know what I mean? Okay, so now we need to. Oh, you're gonna ask Google?
I was gonna ask Google. Hey Google, was Leanne Rimes part of the Mickey Mouse Club?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that.
Okay, Google's not cooperating, so I don't think that's a thing.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is basically watching a half an hour of this show.
Ryland's gonna watch it with us. We're gonna watch it together.
All right. I mean, I hope I don't get like fully demonetized. Well, not demonetized. I'm not monetized anyways, but well, we'll see what happens. They make me pull it down. I'll pull it down. Or being too much. Okie dokie. Ba-ba-ba-bum.
What a good boy you are.
To the Super Six is the song.
What we thought.
Congratulations, son. You have officially made it to our.
Congrats, Leanne.
Now hit the tunnel. That means our SmackDown is between the Snow Owls and the Popcorn.
SmackDown are live. There's only one more that's to go through. The Super Six.
All right, which insanely talented celeb is getting unmasked? Find out. Welcome back to the Group A Finals on The Masked Singer. Now, before the break, the Sun secured a spot in the Super Six. We'll join her. Snow Owls and the Popcorn will have one last chance to prove they're in it to win it in the SmackDown. They both sing. Our panel votes. One moves on to the Super Six, and the other must take it off. It's time.
They take it off?
SmackDown.
Oh,
Let's go. Weighing in at over 300 pounds, it's the Snow Owls.
Can you fast forward a little bit?
And a small snack with a big bite. It's the Popcorn.
who do you want to win?
I want to know who Popcorn is more than the Snow Owls.
I want to know who the Snow Owls are, so I want Popcorn to win.
You want Popcorn to win? Oh no, just this.
Yeah.
Okay. Snow Owls, you're up first. It's time to SmackDown. You're the one who held me up, never let me fall.
Lindy on again.
You're the one who saw me through it all. Were my strength when I was weak. Were my voice when I couldn't speak. Were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was of me. Lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith you should believe. I'm everything I am because you love me. Right. Popcorn. What you got? Look into your heart.
Taylor Dane. She sounds less black right now.
I know how to play this on the piano.
Okay, I want to fast forward a little bit. Okay.
You know it's true.
Oh fuck it.
Everything I do.
Just like be nice. Don't get me in trouble.
That might be the first love ballad smackdown in Masked history.
It's true because going into this, I was thinking, okay, it's the lovebirds competing with this empowered, strong female woman. She brought the love. They brought the power. Whose game is it now? I don't know. Oh.
You know what? I'm so torn. Am I being greedy if I ask them if they can sing something else? It would be easier if they were a little more mean.
Let's get to the smack talk then, all right? Uh-oh. Snow Owls, please. Why do you think you beat the popcorn?
We went out on a limb and gave our crowning achievement performance.
Yes, out on a limb. Yes.
Well, I mean, popcorn came here to pop.
Okay.
That's as gangster as it's gonna get me.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
All right, well, panel, it's time to vote. You guys gotta make a decision on who you think won the SmackDown.
Oh my gosh. It's so hard. This is so difficult.
Snow Owls, Popcorn. Only one of you is advancing to the Super Six. The votes have been tallied, and the singer going home is
You got me there.
Snow Owls.
in this epic
Okay.
SmackDown.
My vote.
Who gets to keep it on and advance to the Super Six is, this is big, Popcorn!
Was I right or was I right?
The golden bag is still within your reach.
Yeah, she won. That's what I wanted.
Oh.
I want to see who the Snow Owls are.
But people would want to see who Popcorn was.
So disappointed and sorry that you guys are not moving forward.
Trisha
America
Yearwood
can't
and
wait to see your famous
Tim
faces.
McGraw. I don't know if they're dating.
Before we
but-
do, let's give you guys one final clue. Dancers, let's help the owl.
Amy Grant and Vince Gill.
What?
Oh, look at the hatch. Now you've seen their bodies, Men in Black. Let's bring out the first impression guesses from the vault. Men in Black, bring them out. Yeah, I don't think we need to do that.
Yeah, we don't need to do that.
No, I think we definitely need to do this. This is my favorite part.
Yeah.
Mr. Robin Thicke, yes, your
Trisha
first
Yearwood and
impression
Tim
guess was
McGraw.
Amy
That's the
Grant
guess.
and Vince Gill. Sticking with it?
Absolutely. There's been so many references to Nashville, and I think Vince Gill is one of the great country singers of all time. So I'm going to stick with it, and I'm going to go with Vince Gill and Amy Grant.
Real good.
Jenny, you said Maureen McCormick and Barry Williams. Yeah. Sticking with the Bradys?
Well, you know, I was going with like TV iconic duos like Greg and Marsha, but now with the Christmas clues, him calling her the queen, and she's the queen of Christian pop, I feel like maybe it is Amy and Vince.
Yeah.
You know it's them if they're all saying it.
Ken. Oh, no, I don't even. First impression, guess Derek and Julianne Hough.
That's the most like sane guess he's had.
Before the kiss, that made a lot of sense.
I think on the first show, the big clue was a pearl. Rhea Perlman. Furthermore, D that dropped D for Danny. This is Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman.
He's laughing at you.
No, he's nervous.
Oh my God, what did you say, Nicole?
Donnie and Marie
That's not bad.
Osmond.
So I thought Donnie could come back, take it all with his sister, but I do not believe that is Donnie
free anymore. Okay, Nick, this has been driving me crazy because as soon as they just opened their little beaks, I was like, I feel like I know those voices. But then there was that smackdown that I was like, I know that voice.
Really?
Yes. And now seeing their bodies, I believe that this is Clint Black and Lisa Hartman. Oh my God.
That's very interesting.
That's because this week I was like, is that a Shirley Temple, Roy Rogers? And I think Clint Black did a song with Roy Rogers. So, oh my gosh, that's awesome.
All right, now, Nisi.
Yes.
I can see Clint Black.
Your final guess on who you think.
I mean, I've heard of him. I don't know who he is, though. Same thing. Country music star.
Come up with Brad Paisley and his wife. But now I'm gonna put all my money down on Harry Hamlin and Lisa Rinna. Deal with it. I feel like if Lisa Rinna was on the show, she would look like that in that costume.
All right.
By the way, this is a huge moment. This is our first double unmasked. I'm in Masked. I'm history. You're right.
That's big.
Well, let's see who they are.
All right, and here we go. Let's see if any of you are even close. Snow Owls, show us your famous faces. Take it off. Take it off.
Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
They're gonna have to say their names because I won't know them.
Clint's voice, honestly, it was Clint's voice. But Lisa, like, I'm so glad you came on the show because you were unbelievable. Your voice, it was so beautiful. Y'all need to release something.
We should sing together.
Long Branch, New Jersey. I can't even look at that
Snow
girl.
Owl.
Well,
I didn't even see it.
When I first saw the costumes, I actually cried
Oh,
because,
wow.
because they're so beautiful, but they're so sweet. I couldn't wait to get into them.
I said it before, but y'all were truly the heart of this show.
Yeah, it's true. We're gonna miss our love letters.
You guys are no shorter than talent. That's all I have to say. Y'all are so nice and made us feel good every time. Such a wonderful job. Thank you to the Queen, Niecy Nash. Well, right now, to perform Unmasked once and for all, let's give some major love and applause for the artists formerly known as the Snow Owls. Ladies and gentlemen, Clint Black and Lisa Hartman Black.
He's a better singer than he is. More people I don't know.
I recognize his voice.
Listen, I know who Clint Black is as far as like a country music star. I know 0.0 about him. I don't know any of his songs. I don't know who she is. Never seen her before in my life. Never didn't watch Flicka. Don't know what that is.
But anyways, one of the clues was that the Long Branch references the fact that Clint was born in Long Branch, New Jersey. Can't. And the Pearl is in reference to their daughter, whose name is Lily
Pearl. Better known as Lily, and no one probably calls her Lily Pearl, but okay.
It's like if someone goes with my middle name, Renee. Like, they're like, oh, like, whatever. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, no, I knew it was going to be people I didn't know. I was like, I'm like, I don't know these people. And I know don't know these people. So you would have to be like really, I mean, I don't want to say you have to be really famous in country for me to know you, because I think he is really famous. It's just not my type of thing. I'm not a I don't listen to Clint Black. I couldn't tell you a single song that he's ever done. I didn't know he was married or who he's married to. Don't know who she is. As an actress or actor, and as a I don't know what else it said that she did, but don't know them. Sorry.
I mean, it was a fun unmasking still. I really also enjoyed this episode. Hopefully YouTube is kind to me and doesn't get too mad about me using that clip. I put in the whatchamacallit, the end credits. So like, everybody gets the credits that they deserve for that. It's already aired. Thanks, Woody.
Due to the country theme, I think it's only appropriate.
Very.
Woody was joining us. He was my special guest advisor.
Well, okay, so I'm assuming the next week is going to be Super 6 again for Group B, and they'll probably do it again for Group C.
Yeah, but there's 4 people in Group B remaining.
Okay.
So does that mean, 2 people go? 2 separate people go.
That's epic.
Yeah.
That's fun. Okay, good. So same time next week?
Same bat time, same bat channel. Do you remember that? No? Okay, just me.
From the Batman cartoon?
From Batman? Yeah, it's from Batman.
Okay. Well, yeah, same bat channel. And do you have anything going on, Jonathan, that we could talk about, or what's happening in your life that you can share?
No.
Okay, cool. Well, for me, all I wanted everybody to do is to subscribe just over there. Because that's going to be
cool.
Please
talk to us.
Yes, come chat with us. Nobody chat with us today. I'm sad. My heart's broken. Still out.
Everyone's so busy Friday nights, except for us, I guess. I don't know.
But like, isn't it a pandemic? Like, who's not at home?
Wear your mask. Stay home.
No judgment. Please like this video if you like what we had to say here today. We obviously have a good time doing it, so we hope that you do too, and will give us a like to show your appreciation. And please ring that bell so every time we go live, especially if we go off regular hours, you will be notified. And that's really all I've got for today. You have anything, final words, final thoughts?
Just let us know who Popcorn is, because that's really the only one in this episode that we're like, who?
It's Taylor Dane. I think
Taylor Dane and Leanne Rimes. So we know who these people are then.
Yep.
Do you agree with us?
Yeah, do you agree? Ciao, y'all.